Hello, welcome back to our journeys 1313. Today we are starting our journey early in the morning from Kannur, Kerala. Over the next few days, we are going to visit some of the most famous spiritual and scenic destinations in coastal Karnataka, including Udupi Sri Krishna Temple, Kollur Mookambika Temple, Murudeshwaram, and Gokarna. And towards the end of this journey, we will be visiting a place that has been on my wish list for a very long time. I'll keep that as a surprise for now, so stay with us till the end of the trip. Our first destination is Udupi Sri Krishna Temple, which is approximately 190 kilometers from our home. As we reached Kasaragod, my hometown, we crossed the famous flyover here. This is one of the major infrastructure projects in Kerala. It is often recognized as one of India's widest 6-lane flyovers built on a single pillar design. This flyover stretches between Karandakadu and Nullipadi for about 1.16 kilometers and has significantly reduced traffic congestion in the area. After driving for a while, we stopped for breakfast at Shri Bhavana in Mangaluru. This is actually one of our favorite breakfast spots on this route. Whenever we are traveling through Mangaluru in the morning, breakfast from here is almost a tradition. This restaurant is a pure vegetarian establishment with a cozy atmosphere and consistently good food. I personally love their masala dosha and ghee roast, while my partner's favorites are the Mysore masala dosha and puri bhaji. After a satisfying breakfast, we continued our journey towards Udupi. On the way, we spotted the Indian national flag flying proudly near New Mangalore port. Watching it flutter gracefully against the blue sky was a beautiful sight and a wonderful start to the day. And we have reached our first destination, Udupi. This is actually my first visit here and I was really excited. The Udupi Sri Krishna Temple, founded in the 13th century by Shri Madhavacharya, is one of the most important pilgrimage centers for devotees of Lord Krishna. The temple is unique because devotees view Lord Krishna through a small silver-plated window known as the Kanakana associated with the saint Kanakadas. This is the road entrance leading to the temple complex. Paid parking facilities are available nearby. When we visited, the parking fee was around 30 or 50 rupees depending on the vehicle. Photography and videography are not permitted inside the main shrine. To reach the main sanctum, devotees need to walk through a queue system. Even though there was a queue, the darshan process was well organized. Near the temple, you will also find the Gita Mandir. When we visited, devotees were reciting verses from the Bhagavad Gita, creating a peaceful and spiritual atmosphere. After spending some time here, we continued our journey towards our next destination, Kollur Mookambika Temple. Located at the foothills of the Western Ghats and surrounded by lush greenery, Kollur Mookambika Temple is one of the most revered temples in South India. The temple is dedicated to goddess Mookambika, who is worshipped as a combined form of Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Mahakali, and the Trimurtis. According to tradition, the temple was consecrated by Adi Shankaracharya and has been a major pilgrimage destination for centuries. The temple is especially popular for Navaratri Mahotsava and Rathotsava, and most families come here for Vidyarambam, the traditional ceremony marking a child's introduction to learning. Since we planned to stay overnight here, we checked into Swetha Lodge. The lodge is located very close to the temple and offers ample parking space, which is quite convenient for travelers arriving by car. This is the room we got. It's a simple accommodation but comfortable enough for an overnight stay. We booked 2 rooms through Agoda for approximately Rs 2,277. There are many accommodation options available around the temple. But if you are looking for a budget friendly stay near the temple, this is worth considering. After freshening up, we headed to the temple for darshan. Compared to our previous visits, the temple premises felt relatively calm and less crowded. One of my favorite moments here today is watching the Debastamba lighting ceremony. As evening approaches, the temple staff begin lighting the lamps on the tall lamp pillar. Seeing hundreds of lamps gradually illuminate the surroundings create a truly magical experience. After the evening puja, we had darshan of the Mookambika Devi, and later we went for dinner at Mahalakshmi Veg restaurant, which has become our favorite dining spot whenever we visit Kollur. The food here is consistently good and it's a place we always look forward to visit. And that's it for day 1. We'll see you tomorrow morning as we continue our journey towards Murudeshwaram and Gokarna. Good morning and welcome back to the day 2 of our journey. So we left Kollur at around 7 am and today's destinations are Murudeshwaram and Gokarna. But before reaching Murudeshwaram, we made a stop at one of our favorite places along this route, Maravanthe Beach. Maravanthe Beach is often regarded as one of the Karnataka's most scenic coastal stretches because the Arabian Sea runs along one side of the highway while the Sauparniga River flows on the other. This unique geography creates an incredible visual experience and makes it one of the most photographed locations in coastal Karnataka. After spending some time enjoying the views, we continued towards Murudeshwaram. We have visited Murudeshwaram a few times before, but this visit felt special. Because if everything goes according to plan, we are finally going to the top of the famous Rajagopuram. But before that, breakfast first. It's already getting late. We stopped at Hotel Indraprastha, one of our regular food stops whenever we visit Murudeshwaram. The food here has always been good, and for me, a masala dosha or ghee roast is almost mandatory during road trips. They are delicious, filling, and perfect for travel mornings. From the outside, the temple area looked quite crowded, so I wasn't sure whether we would get a chance to go up the Rajagopuram. Let's see what happens. Paid parking is available near the temple complex. During our visit, the parking fee was Rs 40. You will also find several accommodation options nearby, including properties managed by RNS Group. As we entered the temple area, we noticed that the iconic Shiva statue was undergoing maintenance work. For those who don't know, Murudeshwaram is home to one of the world's tallest statues of Lord Shiva, standing at approximately 123 feet. After darshan, we joined the queue to visit the top of the Rajagopuram. The entry fee is Rs 20 per person. The Rajagopuram is one of the tallest temple towers in India, standing at around 249 feet. And honestly, the views from the top were absolutely worth it. From one side, you can see the endless Arabian Sea stretching to the horizon. On another side, you get panoramic views of Murudeshwaram town. The view of Shiva statue from above is equally impressive. And from the remaining side, you can see the sea-facing promenade and people enjoying the beach below. There's also a museum located beneath the Shiva statue. We have already visited it during a previous trip, so we will skip it this time. But if you are visiting Murudeshwaram for the first time, it's worth exploring. And now it's time to leave this beautiful place and continue towards our next destination, Gokarna. For those who may not know, Gokarna is a small coastal town in Karnataka that is famous for its beautiful beaches, ancient temples, and spiritual significance. Many people describe it as a place where spirituality and nature come together perfectly. By around 3 or 3:30 pm, we reached Gokarna, and this is where we are staying tonight, Prakruthi Resort. For 2 rooms, we paid approximately 3,860 rupees. Let me show you our room. The room was neat, clean, and quite comfortable for the price. The property also has an in-house restaurant, which is really convenient after a long drive. Since we hadn't had lunch yet, we decided to eat before heading out again. We ordered a vegetarian thali meal, and honestly, it was really good. After hours of traveling, a simple and satisfying meal is exactly what we needed. After lunch, we took some time to rest and freshen up. And later in the evening, we headed towards one of the most important pilgrimage sites in Karnataka, the Mahabaleshwar Temple. As we entered the temple town, one thing immediately caught our attention. The old streets, traditional buildings, and temple surroundings felt like we are stepping into another era. The atmosphere here is completely different from modern city life. At one point, we actually lost our way. Most of the roads around the temple are one-way streets, and navigating through them can be little confusing for the first-time visitors or even for second-time visitors like us. Thankfully, a police officer guided us and suggested parking near Gokarna Beach, and this is the Gokarna Beach. Paid parking is available here, and when we visited, the parking fee was Rs 30. From here, we started walking towards the temple, and the walk itself is an experience. This temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva and is famous for housing the sacred Atmalinga. According to Hindu mythology, the Atmalinga was brought to Gokarna by Ravana from Mount Kailash. And through divine intervention, it became permanently established here, making Gokarna one of the most sacred Shiva pilgrimage destinations in India. Photography and videography are not permitted inside the main shrine of the Mahabaleshwar Temple, so we couldn't record the darshan experience. However, even from outside, the temple architecture and spiritual atmosphere make the visit worthwhile. While exploring the market area, we came across a small shop selling brass idols and devotional items, and I couldn't resist buying a small Shivalinga as a souvenir from this trip. Near the Mahabaleshwara temple, you will also find the Mahaganapati temple. According to local belief, devotees traditionally visit Mahaganapati temple before visiting Mahabaleshwar temple. So if you are planning to visit, you may include both temples in your itinerary. As we continued walking through the streets, we noticed several shops selling spices, dry fruits, and locally sourced products. One of the shops we visited was SS Royal Spices. We purchased a few varieties of nuts from here, and I have to say the quality was really good and the price was reasonable. If you enjoy bringing back local products from your travel, this area offers plenty of options for shopping. After spending a beautiful evening in Gokarna, we returned to our resort. This is how the property looks at night. The lighting, the quiet surroundings, and the cool evening breeze made it a perfect place to relax after a long day of travel and sightseeing. Tomorrow is going to be a very special day. In fact, this entire trip was planned around tomorrow's destination. It's a place that has been on my travel wish list for a very long time, and I'm honestly quite excited that we are finally going there. So that's it for today, and thank you for joining us on another journey. Wait for our next vlog. We will be exploring Karnataka's hidden gem, Yana Caves.